Like it. All right, time now is 9:36. Our good friend, Craig Ashton from Ashton Price here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Of course, people chiming in with some questions. This one's a good one. I think anyone with a neighbor, you might be able to relate with this one.
Yes.
This one is from Santos. He writes in, I would like to know if there is anything that can be done about rear neighbors' 40-foot juniper bushes, all right? There's about 15 of these trees that line the back fence, and anytime there's any kind of wind, the debris drops from these trees, clogs up my parents' rain gutters, and litters the entire backyard. My parents are elderly. They can't maintain the yard with gutters from the trees. We've kindly asked if they can trim the trees and get rid of them altogether, but the owner of the home keeps making excuses. Is there anything that we can do?
So we have 25% of the Pac-12 represented, USC, University of Colorado, and Cal. So let's bring our intellect to this and say,
all right, I like
the second law of thermodynamics is entropy, which says the universe moves from order to disorder.
Okay.
That's why you wake up in the morning, your bed's not made. That's just the way the universe works. You need to get Botox every 6 months because.
Hey, speak for yourself, man.
So anyway, the point is we have to determine whether or not this is an act of nature or an act of negligence.
Okay.
An act of negligence is the neighbor's juniper trees are not properly maintained. They're not reasonably maintained, and they're sick. So they're shedding as a result of not being maintained, probably not watered, perhaps rot, etc. If it's just natural growth, then there's no responsibility because that's just an act of nature. So anything that blows over, that's more like entropy. It's not an act of negligence. So the only way you can make them responsible would be if they're not properly maintained, the juniper bushes, and then at that point you can make them responsible. You can cut back the bushes to the fence line.
On their side of the fence. On your side.
So yeah, right to the middle of the fence line, you can do that. Just make sure you do it properly and you don't injure the tree.
Okay. Because then they could hold you responsible for doing something to their property.
Exactly.
And it is kind of the summer season. We're talking about bushes, trees, foliage. We also have a lot of outdoor barbecues, people getting together. And you say there's something people should be kind of aware of as you're hosting maybe some of these events. Yeah,
I get these questions a lot. So if you're hosting a barbecue and you have social guests, essentially the law is that it's not the act of serving alcohol, which is the legal responsibility. It's the act of consuming it. So you're not responsible for the acts of your guests when they leave your party. Now, the only issue that you've got is don't give them your keys, because then that's negligent entrustment of your vehicle, and you can be responsible for that. And ultimately, don't serve minors. But when it comes to serving alcohol at a barbecue, you're not legally responsible. If you overserve somebody, it could be a misdemeanor, which is a criminal issue. But civilly, no damages. If they kill somebody or hurt somebody, then at that point, you're not legally responsible for those damages because you served them alcohol.
Okay. Good reminder for all party guests to be responsible for ourselves.
Yeah, be very responsible.
All right. Great to see you. Thanks so much.
He's unstumpable.
Unstumpable.